Live with Kelly and Mark host Kelly Ripa is known for her candid humor and relatable tales of raising three kids while juggling a career. She recently claimed that filming with her husband of nearly 30 years is tougher than childbirth. In another recent episode of the daytime talk show, the beloved couple advised against a vow renewal ceremony. Live with Kelly and Mark married hosts advise against vow renewal ceremonies. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa celebrated their 29th wedding anniversary in May. Next year will mark 30 years since they eloped to Las Vegas after meeting and falling in love on the set of All My Children. While they are established talk show hosts now, both started their entertainment careers as actors on the ABC soap opera. One of the hottest trends in the last few years has been a vow renewal ceremony. But you won't see Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa renew their vows. Singer Rita Ora was recently a guest on Live with Kelly and Mark. She opened up about taking the reins and proposing to her longtime love, filmmaker Taika Waititi. Rita Ora said that Mark and Kelly are a couple she looks to for advice. That prompted Mark Consuelos to offer these words of wisdom. No vow renewal. Don't do it. The Live co-host previously discussed their stance against vow renewal ceremonies. They feel that the ceremonies are often a quick fix for a marriage that's already on the decline. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos did, however, return to the site of their Las Vegas elopement to officiate a wedding. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa are starting a new chapter in their lives. They are now empty nesters after their youngest child graduated from college. One of the first things they did with their new freedom was make a huge investment in a professional sports team. They purchased the Italian soccer team, the Campobasso Football Club. Their efforts to turn the soccer team into champions will be documented on an upcoming ESPN docuseries, Running with the Wolves. Kelly and Mark opened up about the new venture during a recent episode of Live. After her husband called the project a labor love, Kelly Ripa joked, "As a person who has been in labor, I can say assuredly and with 100% accuracy, it is much easier to give birth to children." She went on to say that filming with her husband was like him giving birth 17 times a week now, which I'm fine with. That seems like karma. Kelly Ripa is known for her quick wit, candid storytelling, and sparkling chemistry with husband Mark Consuelos, both on and off screen. But in a moment of unfiltered honesty on Live with Kelly and Mark, the morning show queen recently confessed something that had the studio audience howling and the internet ablaze. Filming with Mark is tougher than childbirth. And I say that as someone who has birthed 3 humans without screaming much. Yes, you read that right. For all the glamour and charm this power couple projects, working together daily on Live is, according to Kelly, an experience that tests her patience more than 36 hours of labor ever did. The confession heard around the coffee table. It started innocently enough during Tuesday's show when the duo was discussing relationship challenges. A segment called Couples Who Work Together featured guests who run businesses with their spouses. Mark, trying to lighten the mood, joked, "It's easy working with your spouse when they're as beautiful and perfect as mine." Cue the eye roll. Kelly leaned forward with a mischievous grin and delivered the zinger that would go viral by lunchtime. "Let me tell you something," she said. "Working with your spouse on live television 5 days a week in front of millions of people is tougher than childbirth. At least during labor, you're allowed to scream, cry, and get drugs. Here, I'm expected to smile and keep it cute while Mark corrects my pronunciation of the word bruschetta." The audience erupted. Mark clutched his chest in mock offense, while Kelly continued, clearly on a roll. "I've given birth 3 times, and not once did the doctor ask me to stop interrupting or wait for the commercial break before I could express how I felt." Behind the scenes, a love-filled tug-of-war. While the couple has built a brand around their palpable on-air chemistry, sources close to the show say that their dynamic behind the scenes is not always as smooth as it appears. One Live crew member, who spoke on the condition of anonymity, put it best. "They bicker like seasoned sitcom characters, but the love is real. It's just loud sometimes." Apparently, Mark's meticulous nature, read, obsessive perfectionism, clashes with Kelly's organized chaos approach. He likes to rehearse everything, down to how he'll hold his coffee mug, Kelly has previously revealed. I, on the other hand, am winging it 99% of the time. It's called being a professional. Mark, for his part, has also admitted that working with Kelly isn't always easy. She knows me better than anyone, which is both a blessing and a curse. She can sense when I'm nervous, when I'm bluffing, when I forgot my lines. And she will absolutely call me out. On air, in front of America. No filters, no safety nets. Kelly further elaborated on the childbirth versus Mark debate during a podcast appearance later that day. With childbirth, there's an end. You know, there's a baby at the end of the tunnel. With working with Mark, the baby keeps crying, asking for cue cards, and reminding you that you didn't read the email he sent last night at 11:45 p.m. She continued, and here's the kicker. When you're giving birth, nobody expects you to make jokes or wear Spanx. On live, I'm expected to be chipper, charming, and tightly compressed while Mark critiques my weather seeks. Even fans of the show chimed in on social media, taking sides mostly jokingly. I've never given birth, but I have worked with my husband on a DIY project. I believe Kelly. Mark is dreamy, but Kelly deserves combat pay for every episode. Kelly Ripa comparing her husband to labor is the most honest marriage moment I've ever seen on television. A love that endures, even through rehearsals. Despite the good-natured jabs and dramatic comparisons, the Ripa Consuelo's marriage remains one of Hollywood's most admired. Married since 1996, they've weathered the chaos of raising 3 kids, managing dueling careers, and now, the biggest challenge of all, co-hosting a live daily talk show without one of them storming off set. Kelly is quick to point out that the on-air banter isn't just for show. We genuinely love each other, she says. But let's not confuse love with ease. Marriage is hard. Hosting is hard. Hosting with your husband while he's critiquing your banter timing is impossibly hard. Mark adds, I wouldn't trade it for anything, except maybe an epidural. Not their first public bicker rodeo. This isn't the first time Kelly and Mark have hilariously aired their marital spats for national amusement. Earlier this year, they went viral after Kelly called Mark out for micromanaging her sitting posture during commercial breaks. He actually told me, "You're slouching like a goblin," Kelly told the audience deadpan. This from the man who can't say the word pickin' without starting a family debate. Still, the disagreements are part of what fans love about them. Realness, relatability, and the willingness to throw playful shade are core parts of their brand. As one fan tweeted, Kelly and Mark arguing on live is the couple's therapy we didn't know we needed. What's next for TV's favorite couple? If you thought this confession would slow them down, think again. In fact, the pair just signed a deal extending their hosting gig for another 2 seasons. Kelly's only request? Hazard pay. And maybe a back rub during every commercial break. Mark nodded solemnly on air the next day. I've agreed to less correcting and more foot rubs. It's my new contract clause. And with that, the couple proves once again that their secret isn't perfection. It's humor, honesty, and a healthy dose of eye-rolling love. So is filming with your spouse really tougher than childbirth? For Kelly Ripa, the answer is a loud, proud, and fabulously accessorized yes. But as long as there's laughter, coffee, and well-timed commercial breaks, it looks like these two will keep making it work, one dramatic sieg at a time.